Hi, I'm Melody Brue from More Insights and Strategy, and I am here in Austin at Zoho Day. I am with Mani Vembu, who is the new CEO of the Zoho division, and we're just going to have a little chat about what's up, what's new, and kind of a new vision for Zoho. Thanks so much for joining me, Mani.
Yeah, thank you, Mel. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, this has been a great couple of days.
Yes.
I'm sure it's a lot for you to kind of get thrown into a bunch of analyst questions and have all of this feedback from everybody, but I want to kind of start just going back with your history with the company. You've been with the company for a long time. Kind of talk me through a little bit of, sort of how you came up in the ranks with the company.
Yeah, so I joined this company in 1996, and I joined as a software developer, and then I moved into, say, different roles, and I started doing product management, working closely with the product teams, making sure that, right, say we understand the customer requirements and, right, say, building the right products for the right markets. So, and in early 2005, we started this cloud division, Zoho, and we started with our online word processor. We have been one of the first online word processor to launch in the market. Then we started in CRM, project management, and I have been throughout the journey of Zoho. So from starting from scratch to building all the 50 applications. So I have been through this journey, and in the last 5 years, I have been focusing on transitioning from an app vendor to a platform vendor. So that's been my focus. And now I'm focusing more on say from product-led growth to regional-led growth.
Right. And when you've, in that kind of long journey with Zoho, what do you think are the things that have, one, stayed the same, and what are the things that have changed the most?
See, if you look at Zoho culture, we are a company where we encourage a lot of experimentation. That means, right, we look at the way, because we have started with the on-premise solution, and we started with the telecom developer market focused, and then we transitioned already to different markets, to different from on-prem to cloud, from cloud to mobile, and now we are seeing the cloud to AI era. So, and in all these transitions, the way we look at it is at the beginning of the transformation, we go into the exploration mode, and then we get into the consolidation mode, right? So that means we explore a lot, we experiment a lot, we look at so we don't look at mistakes as we don't try to avoid every mistake.
Right.
So we only ensure that the mistakes are not shipped to the customers, right?
Yeah.
The customers are not impacted by the internal mistakes we do.
Yeah.
So that's when people will be free to experiment, try different things, and then come up with new ideas. And we remain as a bottom-up culture, right? Company. So we haven't changed on that fundamental culture of Zoho. Mm-hmm. And what we are seeing changing, right, as we go is by enabling more partners and customers to do more with what we do, right? Instead of just, that is actually, we started with a platform as a platform vendor, then we transitioned to an app vendor. Now we are going back to our roots of becoming a platform vendor. That means, empowering the partners and customers to do more with what we offer as a technology.
Mm-hmm. And I think one of the things that I've heard consistently about Zoho is that there's not a ton of marketing. It's a very much there's a lot of organic growth, and there's a lot of even mouth-to-mouth, sort of word-of-mouth growth. But do you see that needing to change with kind of a bigger push into enterprise?
Some things we want to get more visibility by going for more events, enterprise events, engaging with a lot of CEOs. So those things as part of GTM we want to do, but the same making sure that we go with the word of mouth reference, right? That is actually fundamental to how we want to grow. So that means, we are not trying to grow, the marketing first, sales first, and then improve the platform. Rather, we took the other way, where we first strengthened our platform, and then now we are actually going for the growth. Mm-hmm. So that way, we are the capabilities are ready in the platform. So before we actually, extend our reach. Mm-hmm. So that's how we are looking at it. So in that sense, we also go with like say for different regions, different industries, and different verticals, right? Say and different domains, right? Say where what works, where we have traction. So what is the market dynamics, and right we want to be very regional. That's why I said from product-led growth we are moving towards a regional-led growth, where in each region we identify the pockets of opportunities. Say for example in India where I work closely. So we identified like say banking and financial services as one industry. Then we identified like auto DMS as other industry. So these two industries where we are investing a lot in terms of right say growth in the mid and enterprise segment. Whereas if you look at some other regions, it could be real estate. It could be construction industry. So based on the market opportunity, based on our strength in that market, so based on the references we have with the first initial few customers, we want to actually accelerate our growth in those segments.
And part of your success in that is that you have people in those regions who live there, who work there, who really understand that the culture, the way that people want to do business. So how does that translate when you say, you've seen success in this one region? How do you then figure out how to translate that to another region? So for instance, seeing your success in the enterprise in India, how do you figure out how to bring that to the US?
Yeah, so see if you look at the GTM efforts we've done in India, right? So we went back and identified the industries where we found the success. Then we identified the customers who are the champions of that change, right? And then we started working in terms of our GTM is focused on towards those industries and those customer use cases. And then how do we reach more on customers on that industry? So that's how we started in India. So the same is what we are trying to do across regions. So first we go back to our existing customers and then see where they have used it and how in each of these industries, where is our strength, where is our weakness, address the weakness, and then extend the GTM towards that.
I like that you find the customer that can help champion, because that really is going to be impactful.
Yes.
I mean, even if it's somebody's competitor, seeing the success of how they're using the platform could really sway somebody rather than, more so than just reading a marketing material. One of the things I think that has been a Zoho advantage is the Zoho way, which is you don't answer to investors, you don't answer to the street, you don't answer to quarterly results. How does that influence how you think about what are my success measurements? Where do I need to be this year? Because that's really something that you all own internally. And how do you keep yourselves to that, and how do you determine what those things are?
So for us, customer success is one, because we are answerable to our customers, right? Yeah. So at the end of the day, we have to make sure that their investments are protected, right? And so we look at the adoption metric, the usage metric, right, very closely. That means how our customers, are they using the software? Are they using our products? So are they finding value from the products we serve, right? So that means say for example, if we give in a CRM telephony, say how many calls are made using that, how many notes have been added, how many tasks have been completed, how many deals are getting closed, right? So these are all the metrics that we measure, and then we also see how these metrics are improving, and what we are doing to make sure that if there is any friction in terms of usage, how do we remove that friction from there, right? Yeah. So that means it's all about adoption. So a lot of customers come and tell us oh, you leave a lot of money in the table, but that's fine for us. That's a good place to be in, right? So yeah. We don't try to monetize everything. Say even for example with AI, so we bundle the AI with our licenses. So we don't actually charge extra, right? So the reason is because we want customers to say, as a consumer, wherever I use AI, recommendation that comes, I never know that it's AI. So that's why we call it as invisible AI, right? So that means it's bundled inside the product. We don't ask the customer to go and enable separately. We don't ask the customer to pay separately. So that's been our driving force is the adoption. So we know that once customers adopt technology, then the revenue is a byproduct of adoption, right? So that's how we look at it.
I had a situation where I was using a Zoho product for a specific project, and there was a period of time that I wasn't using it. and I got an email saying, "You're not using this, you should probably stop paying for it," in not those words. And I was like, who does that? I mean, it really is, it's impressive. But I was really quite surprised by that. But it's nice. I never get an email from any other subscription I have that tells me to stop paying for something I'm not using.
Yeah.
So I mean,
because see, the way we look at it is like, say, it's finally about the credibility and trust, right? So we have to earn the customer's trust. We have to earn the credibility. So if we lose a customer, maybe we can win them again. But if we lose credibility, then we are not going to winning, right? There is no way we are going to win back, right?
Yeah.
So we are very conscious about that. So even in opportunities where we see that our product may not fit, then we suggest the alternative for the customer rather than trying to oversell ourselves, right? So we try to undersell rather than oversell, right? Because credibility is very important for us.
That's great. So as you go into this new role and you're going to be working with Sridhar, who has now stepped down from CEO to chief scientist, how do you look forward to working with him? What do you see that combination being like? And I ask this because a lot of CEOs have trouble letting go.
Okay.
Do you see him letting go, or do you see him meddling in your business? And what do you?
So see, if you look the way Sridhar has built this organization, so it is like, say, nothing is centralized. So we are a very decentralized organization where everyone is empowered to make their own decisions. So for example, if I'm focusing on a market vertical, then I'm empowered to make the decision, right? So there is no day-to-day monitoring or, right, we are not metric driven. So in that sense, right, Sridhar never likes to make every one of us metric driven, right? So in that sense, I see this as a continuity. And then if you look at Sridhar's own focus areas, like say when we are doing the on-premise to cloud transition, right? So the whole cloud infrastructure, so in terms of like say how we design it, so right, say because we didn't host on a public cloud, so we actually built it from scratch. So that means like say we have a separate IAM framework, we have a separate search framework. So the foundational blocks have been decided say 20 years back, and then we built on top of it. So the same way now he wants to focus on finding that foundation block for the AI transformation. So that means, right, so his focus has always been that. So right, he always delegate the sales and numbers and right marketing to us, and then he focuses mainly on technology, right? So R&D is where his passion is, and so it's for us, right? It's the same. So he is going to actually say that means it's a good outcome, because this transformation is the biggest transformation we are going to have, and he is going to refocus on that. Makes it the foundation stronger for us. So that means the next 15 years or 10 years we can build upon that foundation. Right? So that's how we see it internally.
Yeah. Well, great. That's awesome. Well, I wish you all the best in that, and I look forward to watching your journey as the new CEO.
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, thanks a lot for having me. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. And I'm Melody Brue from More Insights and Strategy, with the great opportunity to sit here with Mani Vembu as he takes on the new role of CEO of the Zoho division. We're at Zoho Day 2025, and thanks for joining us.